Watching Wish TV, News 8 and 11 with Phil Sanchez.
Well, welcome back. It's one of the big questions of picking out a home is deciding where you want to live, the city or the suburbs. That's the topic of debate for tonight's Unfiltered. We want to bring in real estate broker Ashley Ferris-Rush. Ashley, good to see you.
Hi.
I would assume this is a question you often get. So what is your take?
It's really the preference of the person. However, I love the city life.
So give us some of the pros and the cons, city versus suburbs.
Okay, so convenience. Living in the city of Indianapolis offers a high level of convenience. It's a centralized location, and the infrastructure is simple too. You can find amenities, services, entertainment options, close proximity to shopping, restaurants, theaters, museums, and cultural events. And it saves you the time and effort in commuting downtown or commuting to the city because you're already here. Another pro is the public transportation. Indianapolis is currently developing better public transportation. The city has put so much money into the red line and the purple line. And the bus line is just going to get better. It's going to get larger and it's going to get more accessible to people. This is going to make commuting easier and more cost effective. Access to public transportation can reduce the need of car ownership and decrease traffic and congestion as well. So that is leading to a more sustainable life. Employment opportunities as well is another pro. So in Indianapolis has a greater concentration of job opportunities compared to the suburbs. Many businesses, corporations, and industries are located in the city of Indianapolis, providing a wide range of employment options and career prospects. So this can be advantageous to those seeking professional growth and looking for diverse job opportunities as well. So usually
that's the city, right? Conversation. What about the suburb conversation?
So the suburb conversation, so it just depends. So people love to live in the suburbs before because for better schooling and just to be away from it all. However, you can get away from it all in some of the neighborhoods that we have in Indianapolis as well. Also, we have charter schools, we have private schools, and you're able to go to pretty much whatever school you want as long as you can charter to that school. So living in the suburbs used to be for the schools, but now you can charter to those schools too.
So those are the pros of both. What are some of the cons?
Living in the city, you're going to run into a little bit of traffic sometimes. It's going to be a little bit busier. You might hear noise more often when you're in the city versus the suburbs. When you're in the suburbs, you may have to drive to the grocery store. You may have to drive longer to places to be able to get from one side of town to the other. But living in the city, you don't have to worry about that.
Yeah. Are you seeing more people maybe moving out of the suburbs and back into the city or vice versa?
Well, it just depends on that person. It's a preference. But with gentrification coming into the city and the city of Indianapolis booming, especially around the downtown area, a lot of people are moving back into the city just for the convenience and the social and community engagement aspect of it too. So the city of Indianapolis also offers a sense of community and social interactions, the neighborhood events, the cultural celebrations, and community organizations. So that also just keeps bringing people in because you're close to the jazz festival, you're close to the Irish festival, you're close to everything. Sure. You're already here.
Ashley, I have a minute left, though. You brought up gentrification, and I really appreciate you doing that because I know there is a concern that pushes people out of the city, and it also is making things very expensive. Are you concerned about that, and what do you tell your clients?
I tell them that just take the time out, make sure that we are looking at the communities and at the neighborhoods that are continuing to build and putting money back into the neighborhood, not necessarily kicking people out, but making sure that we can find somewhere for everybody to go. We have affordable housing that's going up in Indianapolis as well, all over the place, especially in the downtown neighborhoods. We're getting affordable housing. We're getting more opportunities for everybody. And also there's different loan programs that you can get that will pay you to live closer and closer to the downtown majority tract. So just make sure your realtor knows and ask them.
Ashley, good conversation. Thank you so much for joining us for Unfiltered, and we look forward to maybe talking with you in the future about anything real estate related.
Yes, let's do it. Thank you.
Thank you. And tune in for an upcoming Unfiltered where we'll hear from a broker on the side of the suburbs. In the meantime, go to the Unfiltered section of wishtv.com. You'll find a web version of tonight's interview and of your poll. And we want to hear from you as well about your experiences living in the city and or the suburbs. Scan the QR code on your screen and you can send us an email.